Picture this. Your friend texts you. Where are you? You're still in pajamas, haven't brushed your teeth, your kid just pooped his pants, and you were supposed to leave 20 minutes ago. That was my life every single day for the first 8 to 10 months of motherhood. I'm a classic type A personality with a military dad, and even I couldn't get to a 10 a.m. playdate on time. But for the past 2 years, I haven't been late once. Not to playdates, not to doctor's appointments, not even those 8 a.m. classes that should be illegal. And so my intention wasn't to become a morning person. I didn't hire help. I didn't suddenly transform into a Pinterest mom. I discovered something stupidly simple that most 5 a.m. routine videos don't tell you about. The secret to never being late has nothing to do with your morning routine. It actually has a lot to do with the night before. Let's talk about why 5 a.m. specifically. And it's not because I'm trying to be one of those productivity gurus. That's not what I'm trying to do. Here's the honest truth. I wake up at 5 a.m. because my son wakes up at 7. That's a 2-hour buffer. That's the entire formula. I like waking up 2 hours before my son wakes up. In those 2 hours, I'm not doing anything revolutionary. Sometimes I tackle household chores. Sometimes I edit videos like this one. Some mornings it's breakfast prep. Some mornings I'm packing lunch. And yes, sometimes I just sit there and do absolutely nothing. I'm just sipping my coffee and it's glorious. Look, not every mom needs 2 hours before their kid wakes up. Maybe you need 30 minutes. Maybe you need 15. The point isn't the amount of time. It's having any time before the chaos starts. Because most of us know that feeling when your kid waking up is your alarm clock. And I absolutely hate that feeling. I feel I'm thrust into being a parent. I don't even have a second to think for myself. That feeling when you're feeling behind before you even get started, that's the feeling I'm trying to eliminate. Those buffer hours are not about doing more. They're about not starting your day in survival mode. And here's what encouraged me the most to have a better morning routine is your kids can feel it. If you are running late, you have anxiety, you're rushing out the door, your kids can feel it. So waking up before my son wakes up changes the entire experience. Instead of like, hurry up, we're going to be late. It's, hey, time to put your shoes on. Same task, completely different experience. Here's where I might lose some of you, but stick with me here because this next one, this is the thing that changed everything for me. It has absolutely nothing to do with willpower or motivation. No, when people are like, just wake up at 5 a.m., I kind of want to punch that person in the face. Like, wow, I've never thought of that before. Here's what actually works. It's about the night before. Specifically, it's about getting to bed at a reasonable time. Now, everyone's different. Some people may only need like 5 hours of sleep every night. I'm a little different. I need about 7 to 8 hours to be a functioning human being, not survival mode. However many hours you need to sleep, that alone will dictate when you go to sleep. That means if I'm waking up at 5, I need to be in bed by 9 to 9:30. Now my son is in bed by 8:30, so that gives me a solid 30 minutes to an hour to quickly clean up the kitchen, and then my very simple nighttime routine. And here's the important part, plan for tomorrow. I used to read about these elaborate nighttime routines. I mean, it was practically a ritual, right? Meditation, a hot bath, this 8-step skincare routine, reading, the lighting in the room. I mean, all of the things. But do you know what motherhood does to an elaborate routine? Toss it out the window. Here's what I actually do. Honestly, the basics. I'm removing makeup, washing face, maybe rinsing off. But the one thing that I absolutely need to do before I sleep is plan for tomorrow. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes 10. Here's how it works. I grab my planner and I look at what's happening tomorrow, not what I wish would happen, what's actually happening. Oh, play date at 10. Okay, that means leaving the house by 9:30, which means Shelby needs to be dressed and fed by 9, which means breakfast at 8:30. And I also need to make sure that the diaper bag is packed. So this little ritual, it's like closing the tabs in my brain, because before I did this, I'd lay there at night thinking about everything I didn't do or all of the things that I need to do. Sometimes I'd wake up at 1 a.m. suddenly remembering that we're out of diapers and I need to go to the grocery store. Planning for tomorrow isn't just practical. It's a mental shift that actually helps me sleep. Some nights I don't even use the planner. I just create a to-do list on my phone. Maybe it's a pad of paper that's close by. Whatever it is that you use, the point is tomorrow starts tonight. Okay, my non-negotiables. And this is going to sound strict, but I'm telling you, there is a method to this process. And I have 2 rules that I almost never break. First, no caffeine after 2 p.m. I know. At 3 p.m. when you're dying, that latte is calling out to you. Trust me, I want it too. But here's the trap. That 3 p.m. latte is the reason why you can't fall asleep till midnight, which is why you need that 3 p.m. latte, which is why 5 a.m. feels impossible. See the problem? It's a loop. 2 p.m. That's it. After that, it's maybe soda, teas, water, maybe anything else that can help naturally bring up energy. Second rule, no screens after 8 p.m. So no checking your phone right before bed, no doom scrolling, none of that. When you actually get to bed by 9:30, waking up at 5 a.m. does not feel like torture. If anything, it feels nice, like you're getting a head start on the day instead of playing catch up. Now, let me be real with you, because every mom influencer or productivity guru that is like pushing this routine makes it seem that because you found a system, it just works. Not entirely true. Perfect example. Last Tuesday, my son woke up at 6:30. So 2-hour buffer, gone. Thursday, I had coffee at 4 p.m. because I knew I was going to be staying up late. I had book club that night, so I didn't mind having caffeine, meaning I'm not going to wake up at 5 a.m. the next day. Yesterday, I did everything right, but I still forgot the diaper wipes. The wipes, I forgot to put a new pack in the diaper bag. So every day is going to look different. That's just the honest truth. This isn't about perfection. It's about increasing your odds, making tomorrow 10% easier. Some weeks I nail it. 5 out of 5. Sometimes it's 3 out of 5. If my son is going through a sleep regression, it's 0. And that's okay, because the structure, the foundation is there waiting for me when I'm ready to try again. I just told you exactly how I went from being chronically late to never being late again. And I know some of you are thinking, that's great, Christina, but I could never. No, stop right there. I thought the same exact thing, but I was also a mom who was tired of feeling behind, tired of apologizing, tired of being tired. So here's what I want you to do, not tomorrow, tonight. Pick one thing from everything I talked about, just one. Maybe it's the no caffeine after 2 p.m. Maybe it's the creating your to-do list for tomorrow. Maybe it's setting your alarm 30 minutes before your kids wake up. That's it. Don't overhaul your entire life. You'll find your footing and figure out what actually works best for you. Just pick one that would make tomorrow a little bit easier. Oh, and one more thing. If you try and it doesn't work out perfectly, that's okay. I know it might look like failure, but in some strange way, maybe just changing your perspective. It's data. It's about figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. If you have any additional tips and tricks for having a better morning routine, share them in the comments down below. Thank you for being here in my corner of the internet, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.